shit, it ain't even what you think. You fuck around, wake up tomorrow, shit, ass nigga with a footy on, and don't know what the fuck you just done did. I mean, real shit. Your motherfucker meat pistol fucked up and your ass hurting. You don't know what the fuck to say. You don't know who to tell. But this is what the game is going to. That's what it's going to. Then, here it is, it's time for a contract to come out. Nigga want to sign you for 5 years. You like, nah, dog. So you don't want to sign with us? Nah. Not for no, nah. Man, pop in the tape. Show this nigga what he did last night. I'm serious. Dude, this real shit I'm telling y'all though. Pop in the tape. You sitting that motherfucker like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, well, what the fuck? That's what happened. You got fucked. What you gonna do? You gonna sign that contract. You don't want nobody in the hood to see that shit. You don't want this shit to get out, dog. I'm telling y'all. And this is what I'm telling y'all like this. These niggas that you see constantly high, they not getting high because they like to get high. They getting high because they know what they done done. And they can't live in that shit for real. So, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all this from me. This is some real shit.
So Taylor Swift is finally showing you guys who she truly is, and you're still not paying attention, huh? She literally called herself a witch in this tweet. Billboard chart says this is a song for all the lonely witches. Y'all think they're just putting on an artistic act? This woman was on tour going state to state, doing live rituals on stage. And nobody's paying attention to it, huh? You're that brainwashed.
Pitchforks and proof, their receipts and reasons. They're burning all the witches, even if you aren't one. And light me.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a serpent behind her. Y'all waking up yet? Last week's sweetheart has turned to this week's witch. In that video, she was acting like she was in hell. So yeah, last week's sweetheart has turned to this week's witch in hell. But are you catching on yet? So a witch in front of a serpent. Let's go deeper, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't it interesting that Taylor Swift looks exactly like Zena LaVey? Who is Zena LaVey, you might ask? She's Anton LaVey's daughter. Anton LaVey was the founder of the Satanic Church, and his daughter, Zena LaVey, was a high priestess for Satan. Safe to say she was a witch. Oh, how the resemblance is remarkable. So America's Sweetheart blew up being America's Sweetheart, but now she's trying to make it cool to be a witch. Why is that? Well, I said it before, you do not get this big without certain contracts being signed. They got her right where they wanted her just so they can turn her around so she can manipulate the youth. The kids love Taylor Swift, but instead of being a great role model that she built her fan base off of, now she wants to be a witch. Y'all see the switch? And this isn't something new. Billie Eilish with children, building a fan base with children. Then all of a sudden she made a song called All the Good Girls Go to Hell. Now this is your Billie. Now this is your Billie. And all the brainwash would call it artistic. Lil Nas X built a fan base off of children. They blew this man up out of nowhere. Then what happened? Out of nowhere, he switched. Next thing we know, he's sliding from heaven into hell. Even gave him his own satanic shoe. They had 666 on him. Also Luke 10:18, the verse in the Bible where Satan fell like lightning. So do you guys see the comparison? Do you guys see the pattern? Do you guys see who they're after? They're after the youth. Because if they can control the youth, they can control the future. Y'all might have thought she was America's Sweetheart, but my Bible says even Satan himself masquerades like an angel of light. Stop listening to these artists and stop letting your children listen to these artists. Little do you know, you are allowing demonic spirits to come into your household. Because when you play that nonsense, you are coming into agreement with that nonsense. Your eyes and your ears are portals. What you let into them is what you're coming into agreement with. 2024, let's be smarter. Let's be more wise. If it's not glorifying God, cut it off. God bless you.
Well, what people don't realise, and you can look this up, folks, this isn't urban myth. When MTV started, it showed absolutely no black videos as a matter of policy. This was partially due to the fact that when it started, it was broadcasting to the Middle America. So it's effectively broadcasting to what you call the Bible Belt. Now, this is a fact. If you don't believe me, look it up. David Bowie even took them to task.
I'm just floored by the fact that there's so few black artists featured on it. Why is that?
And then I think it was CBS that threatened to pull all their catalogue if they didn't show Michael Jackson's Billie Jean video, which a lot of people thought was the very first black video on MTV. Not true. The very first black video on MTV was shown about 3 months before, and it was musically used Pass the Dutchie, which I made. And I guess because the brothers, they were kids, you know, it was a kids group, and nobody was more than about 4 foot tall, and they spoke with Brummie accents. So I guess from the Americans' point of view, they were non-threatening. You know, they were almost not black. They were almost seen as cartoon-like figures. And that was actually, and this is all fact that you can check up, that was actually the very first black video on MTV, and Michael Jackson's video was a few months later.
You know niggas ain't writing their raps no more, right?
I know.
They type in, write me a song for a demographic between the age of 18 and 25. And the AI generates all those feelings, and they come up with verses for them, and they go in there and rap them.
But what happens when you think the AI needs to redo the song or the verse?
See, I think that comes up. I think that comes down to the artist. Because I've played with it, right? And there's certain things I didn't like, but I fix it.
You fixed it yourself?
Yeah.
You didn't rely on AI to fix it. Got it. Okay.
I just found out like 3 days ago about the AI that make beats. So it's
Why
one
does
that
shit sound like it's AI.
Yeah, it's one that make beats.
That's what I figured they were doing anyway.
That's the most gangster shit I ever heard in my life. To build the industry the way they built it, not pay us for streams or anything else,
Man,
have us participate long enough for them to figure out how to do it on their own without us.
Talk about it.
Game over.